Hey book friends, I am so excited to make this video because I'm so excited to participate in this readathon. And that readathon is the Backlist Readathon. It is hosted by Jackie over on Jacqueline's channel. I will link her down below. I have recently joined her Patreon and she just has really great content. I like all her book content. I also like all her personal day in the life type content that's on her other channel. But she has hosted this readathon for a number of years. And I'm so excited I got it together enough to make a TBR to share it with you guys. So the readathon runs from March 21st to the 27th, so next week. So this video should be going up on Sunday, so it starts tomorrow. So these are the books I'm excited about. And granted, the readathon is a week and there are 6 prompts, and clearly I am not going to read all of these books. And I thought about like doubling up on the prompts and stuff like that, but then I was like, why? I think I'll just pick 6 books and I will see what I want to read. And so I'm so excited to share them with you. So let's hop into my TBR for this upcoming week. So hi, my name is Angie. Welcome to my channel if you are new here, or welcome back if you've been coming for a while. I'm so excited to talk about the books that are on my list for this readathon. I love the idea of reading some of the older books, some of the ones that aren't new releases, even though I think I have one book that came out in 2021, but a lot of them are more backlisted titles. So let's just start with the prompts. So the first prompt is to read a backlisted book with your favorite color on the cover. And I don't know if I have a favorite color, but I loved these colors. I love the color combination of the blues and the yellows. And this is a book I have been wanting to pick up for a while. I'm so intrigued by it. So it's called Flight of the Sparrow by Amy Bedling Brown. So this follows the true story. I mean, this is a historical fiction rendition of the true story, but it's about a woman named Mary Rawlinson who was part of like the Puritan community that came over on like the Mayflower and all that. So she's in Massachusetts in the 1600s, and she was kidnapped by the Indians and forced to live with them. And I think this book focuses a lot on her misconceptions of the people as well as their misconceptions of her, and it just plays it out more relationally. So it's like they both had prejudice towards each other, but then they realize that they're all kind of human, I think, is my idea behind it. But it just sounds so interesting and just hard. And then it says, to her confused surprise, she's drawn into her captor's open and straightforward way of life. And I just think that sounds fascinating to learn more about this event in our history. And I don't know, I've just been wanting to pick this up for a while. So I love the fact that I can for this readathon. So let's look. Next prompt is read a backlist book that intimidates you. Okay, this book I am so interested in, but I am so intimidated by. And that is Caste. This is The Origins of Our Discontent by Isabel Wilkerson. Oh guys, this book has, I mean, it's made the rounds. I feel like it's a popular book, but it's a dense book. It's a dense nonfiction book that just really dives into the current narrative in American culture as it comes to like what we believe about our past, what we believe currently about just the setup of our society. Like the idea that there is this like hidden caste system and that has been the case since our country was set up. And that just to me sounds really interesting and educational, and trying to understand that, because I just really haven't dove into kind of what drives people, American people. So it says even beyond race, class, or other factors, that this book is an eye-opening story of people in history and the re-examination of what lies under the surface of American life today. Like, that sounds amazing. Like, I feel like I could learn so much, I could grow, I could become a better citizen of this country, but that intimidates me. I don't know if this intimidates anybody else, but I do want to read it. So it is on my TBR. Okay, so the third prompt is to read the shortest backlist on your TBR. And I don't really have short books that I read for fun, but I have a lot of homeschool books that I read. And I got this for Christmas, and it's Homeschooling Bravely by Jamie Erickson, How to Squash Doubt, Trust God, and Teach Your Child with Confidence. And it is a very small book, and I've been really wanting to pick it up. And I just get so much inspiration out of homeschool books like this, especially homeschool books written by moms who have been through it for longer than I have. I've been homeschooling for 4 years, and I love it, and I love sharing about it. That's what my other YouTube channel is about, is my homeschool journey. And so this is on my list of a short book I would really like to read. The next prompt, number 4, is read a backlist you recently hauled. And so I just filmed a haul video that's going to upload on Tuesday. So in a couple days, you will see this book. But I have been really interested in diving into the genre of like detective, murder, mystery type books. So I picked up a lot of books and I'm really excited about all of them. But one of them I'm currently reading, and that is this book. And so it's In the Woods by Tana French. And I'm about 100 pages into it, and I'm really liking it. So it is the first book in the Dublin Murder Squad series. And this book focuses on the detective Rob Ryan. And he has a past. In his childhood, he was part of this tragic, traumatic event where him and 2 of his friends went into the woods, and he was the only one to come out. The other 2 disappeared. There was blood on him. He doesn't remember. He's totally blanked it all out. And he still doesn't remember to this day. And so in the present day, he is a detective on the murder squad. And there is a new murder of a 12-year-old girl in his same hometown. So he has to drive there and investigate the murder. And him and his partner are doing that, and I love this book so far. I feel like it is a little bit of a slow burn, like you're really getting to know the characters, but I love the banter between the 2 partners. I love the tidbits of information they're giving us towards the murder. It's just really good. I'm really enjoying it. So this is a book I have recently hauled that I want to finish up this upcoming week. So the next one, number 5, is to read a backlist that was recommended to you. All right, so this book, my sister thinks I would love it, and so I'm going to consider that my recommendation. And this is Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. And I just talked about this on my last Friday Reads video. I haven't started it. I'm just thinking about starting it, and I had so many of you say like, you should read it. So now I'm even more excited for it. So it's a fantasy book. It's a first book in a series about this boy named Fitz. And this first book goes through kind of his coming of age. So I believe it starts when he's like 6 years old and he is dropped off at the castle because he is the bastard son of the king. The king wants nothing to do with him and kind of tosses him to like the stable master to be raised by him. And so I think that happens. And then it sounds like the king then becomes interested in him only because he wants him as the royal assassin. There is, I believe, some magic involved. I'm not sure if it's like through the bloodlines of the fact that he has royal blood or not. But it sounds really good, and I've heard it is kind of like rip your heart out emotional and just very character heavy. I just love books like that. I'm ready for that, so I really want to pick this one up. So Assassin's Apprentice is on my very long TBR for next week, but hopefully I can get to it. And the last prompt is a bonus prompt, and it is to read a Book of the Month backlist. So this is not necessarily backlist. It is in the sense that it's not 2022 release, but it's a fairly new release. But I wanted to read it because I'm part of Jacqueline's book club, and this is the March book for the book club, and I have a Book of the Month copy, and I think this book sounds so good. So this is about a man who goes missing, and he sends his wife like a message or a note, leaves her a note or something to that notion that says, I think it's like protect her, which means protect his 16-year-old daughter, which is not from their marriage. I think she's from a previous marriage, but the 2 of them, I believe, team up and they want to know what happened, like why is he missing, where'd he go, what's going on. And it sounds like the authorities aren't really helping them, and so they get involved, and then they soon find out he isn't who they thought he was. And it just sounds so good. So this is The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Dave. I don't think I said that. So that's the last book on my TBR. So here is my TBR for the Backlist Readathon that's happening next week. I am so excited, you guys. I love participating in readathons. I think they're really, really fun, and it's fun to pick prompts and be able to pick books off of my shelf, which I did. So here are my plans for the week. I would love to know if you're thinking of participating. I will put all the information down below if you want to quick grab some books and participate this upcoming week. If you are, let me know. Let me know what books you're planning on reading. And yeah, please give this video a thumbs up if you love these kinds of readathon TBR videos, and subscribe to the channel if you want to. But otherwise, guys, I will see you in the next book video. All right, take care, guys.